everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dani and today I'm here to present you with your second intermediate lower body workout. If you have been around in my channel, you know that I have been doing these workouts that you can do at home with absolutely no equipment or some equipment that you can actually prepare or find in your home. But if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then please check this video here where I explain everything you need to know about them. On today's workout, I'm going to introduce two new things. The first one is going to be less repetitions but harder exercises. So up until now, and you know that if you have been doing the other workouts, we have been doing 15 repetitions of each exercise. On today's workout, we're going to do 12 repetitions instead, but we'll try to make the exercises more challenging so that you couldn't get to 15 repetitions because that would be too much. Another way to make these exercises even harder is by using a backpack with some weight inside of it. If you have no idea how to do that, I explain exactly how to do this in the introduction of this video, our previous workouts. So you can go and check it out and then please come back with your backpack ready so we can start this workout. Now the second thing that is going to be different today is the type of equipment that we're going to be using for our exercises, and that's going to be bands. If you have them at home, then it's going to be easier for you. If you don't, I will give you different options where you don't need them at all and you can still exercise, or you can also buy them. If you have resistance bands at home, then cool, but please make sure that you check the colors and the resistance because my colors might have a different resistance to the ones that you have with the same color. On my case, the yellow is the easiest and then it goes all the way up until the black. That is the one with more resistance and therefore it's the hardest band to use. On today's workout, you're only going to need these two simply because our legs are generally quite strong and so you will probably only need one or the other. If you check the introduction video as I asked you to, then you know that we're going to do 3 sets. So let's start with the first one. On the first exercise, we're going to be using the black band, simply because the exercise is a little bit easier comparing to the others, and so we will definitely need a harder resistance. So we are ready to go. Let's place the band through your legs, and the band is going to stay at the end of your legs. So if you have been following along these workouts, you know that we have been doing a lot of squats, and therefore by now you should be able to do them even without thinking too much. Anyways, I'll show you how if you haven't. Place your body weight on your heels, squat back just like if you would do that on a chair. Sit, lift the chest, squeeze the butt cheeks, bum goes back. And remember, your butt cheeks have to be squeezed on the way down and also on the way up. We're not going to move up and down, we're just going to hold the squat down. And from here, we're going to do a lateral step. So step and slowly bring your opposite leg back. Make sure you sit down, slowly bring it back, slowly bring it back, rather than stepping and just letting go. We can easily make this harder by placing the backpack in front of your chest that we mentioned before, and from here you squat down and you do exactly the same thing. If you on the other hand don't have any band at home, do not worry. I'm going to make a slightly different exercise, but it's going to work exactly the same muscle groups in your legs. So you're going to start with no equipment, squat down. From here we're going to try to lift your leg off the floor, slowly lower, then down, off the floor, and slowly lower. When you're ready, our next exercise is going to be band squats. Yes, more squats. For the band squats, you are going to need the same band, you just need it now, and we're going to place in a different area of your body, just above your knee line. Let me show you how. We're going to use the band, as I mentioned, right over there. So step through it, Let's place the band above the knees, and we're gonna need a wide stance squat so we can bring those knees out. And the reason why we want to do that is because by pressing your knees out, you're gonna engage your glute muscles. Squatting down nice and slow and up. We already know what to do on the squats, so we just have to focus on your knees for now. Please make sure you squeeze your bum as you go down and also as you come back up. And if you want to make it harder, grab the backpack right in front of you. If you don't have the band at home, then do the squats exactly the same way, just without the band, and make sure you place more weight on your backpack so that you get to 12 repetitions exhausted. Ready? Let's do this. On the next exercise, you are very likely to need an easier band simply because we are going to work your hamstrings. And if you have been doing the other workout, you know that exercising your hamstrings can be really tough. So if we are going to work the right leg first, the left leg is going to be the anchor point. So we're gonna step through the band. Band is gonna be at the end of your leg, and then place your right foot through the band, but you're gonna keep the band on your foot. So face sideways. Ideally, you would have a mirror next to you so you could see what is going on around your hips and your foot. That's gonna be really important. Push your hips forward, hand onto your hip for balance. We are going to press the band the whole time. This is really important. If you just let go and you're only lifting your heel up and down, yep, your hamstrings are not doing much. So shoulders back and down, stay straight, press the band back and keep that tension the whole time. Now, staying as straight as possible, we're gonna curl the leg back to the bottom and slowly let go. Your core is doing a lot to hold you, and you don't want to stick your bottom too much out. You're not gonna look good, first of all, and your muscles aren't going to do the same. And second of all, you can't leave your knee forward and curl from here. Kick that leg back and then curl as you keep the tension instead of letting go. If you want to make this exercise even harder, then you will need a backpack. You start by placing the band on your left, and don't place your band on your right foot just yet. You're gonna step through the handles of your backpack, and now step with your right foot on the band. So we're doing exactly the same thing we did just now. And as you lift the foot, the backpack is gonna lift from the floor. If you don't have the bands at home, then you can grab a pillow, and we're gonna repeat an exercise that we did on the beginner's workout. So you're gonna fold the pillow to make it easy to grab, place it in the back of your leg, squeeze it and slowly let go, only a tiny bit so you don't lose it. So let's do this. So to change to the other side is pretty easy. You're gonna step on the band with your left and get the band around your leg on the right. Find your balance once more, press the band back, and here we go. That is a killer. So let's jump into the next one. Our next exercise, you will have to choose between the hardest and the one after. I'm gonna ask you to start with the hardest bend, please. In case you can't do the 12 repetitions, but you can do maybe 10 to 11, stick to this one. If you start with this one and then you could potentially do 13 or 14 or even 15, then this is too easy. We have done this exercise in one of the beginners workouts where we simply lift the leg up and then lower it down, but we didn't have any bends. On this one, you do, so it's gonna feel a lot more challenging. So put the body weight on your left leg, since we're starting with the right. Right foot points, hand onto the hip, or if you need, grab onto something. And then we're gonna lift the leg up from the floor and slowly bring it down. As we spoke before on another exercises, we want to lower the leg really slow to make sure you feel the tension on the side muscles. If you don't have these bands at home, then you can do the same thing without. So find your balance, hold on to something if you need, lift the leg up, slowly down. This is obviously going to be easier and you will be able to lift your leg a lot more, and that is completely fine. Now, if you want to make it harder, grab your backpack, place your hand through the backpack, and this way you can make the exercise a lot harder. Okay, so let's start with your right leg. Finishing with the right, let's repeat to the left. This is a tough one. Our next exercise is going to be on the floor, and yep, you're not going to get rid of the band just yet. We have been doing quite a lot of glute bridges on another workouts, once again because it's a really basic and important exercise. Now, on this exercise, we do exactly what we have been doing, but with a band. The band is going to be above your knee line. So place one foot on the band, the other one follows. Then bring the band up again above the knee line as we mentioned. Just like you did on your squats, you have to press those knees out the whole time. Once again, this helps to engage your glutes. Now, pressing the knees out, we're going to place a bit quite close to the bottom to be easier to do the movement. Squeeze your bottom, lifting all the way up and slowly lower. Take your time. If you do not have a band, you do the exercise without the band. You still try to imagine that you have one, so you want to press your knees out. But you won't feel the resistance because there's nothing to press against. And then from here, if you want to make it harder, grab a backpack and leave it over your hips. And that is it, you've got all of your options. When you're ready, let's do 12 of these. going to be hip thrusts on a bench or on a chair or on a sofa or even on your bed. All you need is a place where you can lay down on your back and then have space where you can drop your hips. Let me show you what I mean. With the band, we're gonna place it through the legs, and it's gonna be exactly in the same place that we had when we were doing our previous exercise, the glute bridges, so above the knee line. I'm gonna turn my bench to the side so it's easier for you to see, and then diving your hips down at halfway through, press your knees out the entire time, squeeze the butt cheeks. So we're gonna lift all the way up. If you feel tension on your neck, make sure you hold it, but don't apply any pressure onto it, just hold it there. And then make sure you squeeze your butt cheeks all the way down and also on the way up so you don't feel that on your back. If you don't have the band at home and you're doing this workout pretty much without it, you can do it exactly the same way. Press your knees out, no bend at all. To make this harder, you're gonna grab your backpack and leave it over your thighs so you can go down and go up. Ready? Let's do this. Exercises, we're going to start with your second set, and then finally we'll finish with the third set. So once again, it's up to you if you decide to carry on or not. We're going to carry on with the other two sets, and then we'll be done with this workout. On the lateral band walks, hold the squat position with your chest up and your bum back, step to the side and slowly bring your opposite leg back. For this exercise, you will need to start on a wide stance squat by turning your toes and your knees out. While you squat, lift the chest, squeeze the butt cheeks, and make sure you press your knees up the whole time. For the standing band leg curls face sideways, place the band on the opposite leg and on the working foot. Push the hips forward and keep the tension on the band while you curl your heel to the bottom and lower it down. Now let's repeat to the left. Place the band around the right leg and on the left foot, push it back, hips forward, and get ready. For the standing band side leg raises, place the body weight on the opposite leg and slowly lift the working foot as high as possible and bring it back down really slow. Get ready to change sides. For the band glute bridges, you want the band to be above the knee line, squeeze the butt cheeks, and press the knees out while you lift your hips as high as possible and slowly lower them back down. For the bent hip thrust, lay down on your back, hold on to the head to avoid neck tension, squeeze the butt cheeks, and keep pressing your knees out while you lower the hips and lift them back up. On the lateral band walks, hold the squat position with your chest up and your bum back, step to the side and slowly bring your opposite leg back. For this exercise, you will need to start on a wide stance squat by turning your toes and your knees out. While you squat, lift the chest, squeeze the butt cheeks, and make sure you press your knees out the whole time. For the standing band leg curls face sideways, place the band on the opposite leg and on the working foot. Push the hips forward and keep the tension on the band while you curl your heel to the bottom and lower it down. Now let's repeat to the left. Place the band around the right leg and on the left foot, push it back, hips forward, and get ready. For the standing band side leg raises, place the body weight on the opposite leg and slowly lift the working foot as high as possible and bring it back down really slow. Get ready to change sides. For the band glute bridges, you want the band to be above the knee line, squeeze the butt cheeks and press the knees out while you lift your hips as high as possible and slowly lower them back down. For the band hip thrust, lay down on your back, hold on to the head to avoid neck tension, squeeze the butt cheeks, and keep pressing your knees out while you lower the hips and lift them back up. today, guys, I hope you had plenty of fun, but essentially a very good workout. Remember, you've got those options to make it harder. Please make sure you are still working within 12 repetitions or a little bit under, and I'll be releasing a new workout every single week. So the next week is going to be your third lower body intermediate workout, and then we're going to jump into the advanced. I hope you're excited about it. Alright, as always, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being there. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment on the section down below, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. I truly hope you guys are doing well and keeping safe during this time. Once again, really well for staying active, and I'll see you again on a next video. Bye!